Hello everyone, welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios. I've got some special guests here today on YBMcast. As always, YBMcast powered by Game 7 Baseball. And we've got a special to-do here today. And so I'm going to give it over here to the Daves. And they're going to introduce the gentleman, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we got.
Thanks for having us, Brian, as always. Corey, welcome, man. Congratulations. Dave, good seeing you, partner.
Hey, good seeing you, Dave. Long time no see.
Yeah, you want to elaborate a little bit on how we got here with the point situation and
how did we get here? Game 7, national points. Our point system is a little different. I mean, everybody's got their ranking systems. We have our national point system. We use it as for the top teams, but also as a customer incentive base. The more you play with Game 7, obviously the more points you get. We have different events, have double, triple, quadruple points, whether it be a state event, World Series event, or if you play up an age group. If you play up an age group, you get double points. So every time you earn points, you get double points. So it's customer service, based. The more you play with us, so there's different ranking systems out there. Who's the best? But the gentlemen we have here today, they're a pretty darn good club.
So who we got? Introduce Corey.
This is Mr. Corey Character with the 9U Klutch in 2022, but his points champion, the STL Klutch, national points champion of 8U. We have points champions for every age division, which we give away free tournaments for every age group. But he is the national points champion. I mean, he had more points than any club from 7U to 18U in 2021 season. We want to congratulate you.
Thank you, sirs.
And for that, I got a little certificate for you here. It's for the 8U Klutch. You earn your free World Series in 2022.
Awesome. That's great.
Dave, we can elaborate
value,
more on Corey's
man. We're giving away value today. That's all right. Hey, that right there. That comes. No, that's not it. That just want to let you guys know, and you, Corey, that comes out of Schmidt's pocketbook there. That's right. No, man. I just want to elaborate. We talked over the phone way back in January, and you're like, all right, I'm paying attention to this National Points Championship. What all do you get? And I was like, well, you get a lot of some things. And you were, I don't want to say, but you were 100% confident in your team and your capability. And I don't want to give away your strategy. I won't do that to you. But you had one, and lo and behold, it worked to the T because your record was, 39-5. It gave you, 2,600 points. And here we are sitting talking today. Right. And I don't know if you recall that conversation we had back in January, but it worked for you.
I was confident in my boys, of the different sanctioning bodies. Game 7, they say that's the place to be. So we wanted to take it, and we did. I saw what it would take with the points breakdown and everything. We were going to play a lot. I scared some people off in the winter saying I wanted to play 100 games since it wasn't kid pitch, it was machine pitch. You want to get in as much as you can, but we didn't get quite that many.
You wore the heck out of our machine, I know.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
right.
Corey, at least you were honest, bro.
I mean, what's better than this? I've got one son. I want him to have the best experience possible, and I love all these boys. It's been a blast. Like I said, there's nothing better.
Speaking of which, when did you know, at what point in time did you know that you had something special with this unit, with this club that you had, with this group of kids, with this group of 8-year-olds? You had some 7s too, is right. You had some younger 8s on there, but
some are younger.
Yep.
We were very fortunate, very blessed that my buddy Bernie Cadiz with the Mud Diggers, he would bring those guys. They've been the best team for a few years, a year up. So a lot of my guys, we would team up, and we were the Dirty Birds, and they got to see how to win firsthand, and it was a great experience. And when we decided it was time to drop down to our own age, we had 4. Then we got a few more, and even going into winter training last year, we had 7, 8 kids tops, and it was a work in progress. We had to beg, borrow, and steal to get it done. A lot of them, all but 2 of my guys, played on 9 and 10U teams this year, which was good and difficult. It's going to pay off now, but it was tough scheduling wise.
Sure.
We had 15 guys on the roster or something. It wasn't always easy, but
which we allowed for that too, you
Sure.
know. And then that's you played within the rules. It was all within the guidelines. And hey, man, caps off to you. You guys did a wonderful job because that don't come along though without hard work. And I'm sure you put a lot of hard work and effort into it.
No, absolutely. I mean, when we joined up with Josh Cranwetter and Klutch this time last year, he gave us a training structure in the winter with professionals, allowed us to step aside because, as everybody knows, when your own dad is on the coaching staff, you're going to butt heads always. But to step back and let them work with these guys, Armando Polanco, Ryan Howard, Josh, Coach Eliel, I mean, it's beautiful to actually see them absorb it and not fight you at the same time.
Sure.
Do the kids realize who they're talking to?
They love it when they know.
Do they really know it's Ryan?
Ryan Howard, Mizzou, USA team,
Right.
AAA current Giant shortstop. They listen to them, even if we're saying the same things. They're going to listen to him a lot more than they're going to listen to us. So,
and he's a good kid, man.
It's so valuable. And the older boys mentor them. They're good to them.
They look up to
They're
them,
not mean to them. We would practice alongside the 14-year-olds, and every time, we were hitting the hit tracks, and they were like, "Do you want to race the 14-year-olds? Or you want to keep hitting the hit tracks?" We're like, "Let's go, let's race, let's do it." They wanted to race them every time in relay races. That was what they looked forward to. But that says a lot about their attitudes. Like these kids are throwbacks. When we've practiced for 2 hours the other night when it was 100 degrees, we're talking to the parents, and we look back. They're over there, playing long toss. They go right back at it. These kids are different. They've earned it. That's why they got what they did. It's a special group.
That's why I say it comes with a lot of hard work too, and effort. I mean, even though they're 8 years old, your typical 8-year-old. Nothing against the 8-year-olds out there right now, but a lot of them are into video games and stuff, which is fine.
They love
each
that.
his own. But still, to have the demeanor to go out and put the hours in and work without having to literally drag them out of the house. It sounds like these kids are wanting to go out and put the time in.
They're motivated. They're
They love
having
it.
fun. It's a good group of boys, and they want to be around each other. It's a good atmosphere for them.
They earned this. Like we were talking earlier, winning isn't everything, but it's a byproduct of your system and the heart that your boys have and the dedication of your parents. I had people, 3 kids from Sullivan when we're playing out of Pond. I had people from Montgomery County, Wentzville, Marthasville. I mean, Farmington. That's serious stuff to get there twice a week for winter training and weekly for practice. I mean,
It just shows their commitment.
I appreciate it more than they'll ever know.
Speaking of which, it looks like going back here on your team summary, looks like you hit up a bunch of the Game 7 venues at different locations, and for those people to even travel there, it speaks volume because
Absolutely.
looking back there, you went to Quincy up there and played. That was turf as well, right?
Yes, that was a neat deal. We just wanted to give them a couple times something special.
Sure.
We went out of town, Quincy. We stayed in a hotel. They got to be in the pool. They loved that. St. John, that's still close enough, but that's beautiful. Those fields that they've got going on down there. Yeah. We'll always be there for that. It's crazy that they've got those just right in the middle of the town. These beautiful $1 million fields.
It's a hidden gem.
Unbelievable. And then to Hendersonville, that was awesome. They'll remember that their whole lives. That's why I want to do this stuff for them. I remember when I was 12 years old playing in the Omaha Super Series and Knoxville, Tennessee Memorial Day tournament. Whether they understand it right now or not, they're going to remember every one of these experiences for the rest of their lives, and this is a special one for them.
Tennessee was a little different. Coaches got a little workout, right? A little coach pitch.
We had never done it. But
did the kids start going, "Coach, throw me a strike"?
We had one practice where we executed some coach pitch, and had a couple strategies, didn't work out like we thought. But my boys, they're great athletes, and the other teams, they knew that wasn't our game, but we were ready to be competitive no matter what it was. It was different down there. The defense that they were playing was like nothing that we had seen. So that was the biggest thing.
And that to me at 8U machine pitch, we've all seen it. You guys, we've been around it a lot. I mean, if you're going to win that many games at 8U machine pitch, you have to make a play defensively. You have to catch the ball. You have to be able to field a ground ball. You have to make that throw and the confidence to do those things,
right.
Correct?
Oh, absolutely. It's a different game. You can get away with great athletes and speed and great defense versus pitching,
Right.
Big is beautiful to me, and I got some big boys that throw hard.
And hit the ball hard.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just 8U machine. But you did. You represented in Tennessee well, though, with the coach pitch down there, and
it was a blast.
it was good. Good experience for you.
Our defense was a huge work in progress all year, but once that got tighter, it was a different scenario. We were confident against anybody, but a couple of the games we lost, I mean, we made 20 errors. And that just can't happen. You can't expect to be competitive when that's going on. I mean, they're 8, but you strive to be better at all times, and they did it. They're on a different level now, and I'm excited for the winter and to take them to a whole nother level because they've got it. They're showing right now what they can do pitching, and I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, on the piggyback off of that coach pitch is 2022. You're going to be 9 years old. Whole different ball game, like you alluded to.
Oh yeah.
But from what I understand, apparently every kid on your roster has the capability to pitch, not just throw, but to pitch
Competitively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying we're so blessed. We've got 3 kids that are very, very competitive top-level catchers. How valuable is that when it's a constant dance?
Yeah.
And your pitcher has to immediately go sit. So you have to have someone that can go in and confidently fill their spot. Top to bottom, I mean, we're strong.
So what you're saying is you may be sitting along Schmidt and Brian here and myself next year at the same time, same back channel, and going over the same thing. What do you think about that?
I'm not very shy.
He's confident.
I'd say
It's a challenge out there.
With the amount that we're going to
Just
play
throwing it out there to you, brother.
Understanding the strategy, I'd say it's a good possibility.
Yeah, because we talked about it. You're strong with the pitching and the depth, and your kids can definitely hit the ball for sure. And so I think you're going to be playing a lot of up to 10U this year.
Yes, sir. We're going to go where it's at, and like I said, everybody knows the pecking order. Game 7 is where the competition's at. So whether it be 10U or really good 9U events, that's where we're going to be.
And that's what we like about coaches like yourself. I mean, and we commend you. Take our caps and tip them to you because right out of the box, you're aware of it. 9U, it's a whole transition year. Some of them, the catchers, God forbid, they're out there trying their little hearts out, but some of them may not even be able to catch. That's why we separate the rules. However, you know the game. You looked ahead and you saw this, and you're like, hey, Dave, I'll probably be playing a lot of 10U, which is great. And Dave Schmidt and I, we love that because of Game 7, we want everybody to have a chance to compete. And by doing such, we're going to value those customers and give you a little incentive to keep the playing field even per se and offer double points to go up and incentivize that. Because let's face it, it does you no good to stay down and just whip the living tar out of teams. And is it no fun for the other guys either, I mean, trust me, I've been on both sides of that coin and I didn't like either side. So, like you said, it keeps your kids sharp, keep pushing them, and we thank you for doing that. And you are on the right path for this year coming up, 2022, as we talked about already. So
I want to keep them hungry, progressing. Sky's the limit for these kids. Winning is great, but the progress is what it's all about. These trophies, they're cool, but they don't mean anything. like I said, we're so lucky to have that much pitching. Nobody's ever going to be abused. That's why I wanted to run the team always, so I can guarantee that and put them in that situation.
That's great.
I saw so many people growing up that made it to high school and never even played again.
Because their arm was shot,
baddest
probably.
dudes that were throwing 80 mile an hour in 8th grade got used up so they could win a trophy that worth a couple bucks, but it's not worth your arm.
Not a Game 7. Man, we paid top dollar.
I was going to say.
Those rings.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to, instead of the 5 templates on rings, I think we're going to have to broaden our 10 different designs this year.
That green one,
That's
I like
okay, Corey. We get what you mean, bro.
I mean, how many different designs? I mean, do they have this one?
Trophies.
Do they have this one? No, they have that one too.
Other people give trophies.
We finally asked your kids.
Hey, which
Hey,
one
you
of these?
guys got this one? We got that one. How about this one? We got that one too. Just show me the bag,
They love
okay?
those rings.
I love it. I love it.
We're like, okay.
Corey, let me ask you this too, and go into that competitive, because we've had a lot of conversations on our show about AA, AAA,
Sure.
major, and when you're talking to these guys about that is a huge aspect of when you're going in tournament. I don't want to just go in there and just pound everybody. No. So it's great to have somebody that you can talk to and say, guys, what can we do here? We're a competitive team. What's going to be the best situation to put us in that place, correct?
Right. Yeah, we'll start the year at 10U AA, mostly, minus special events. When we travel out of town, we'll play our own age group. But whatever we can hang, if we can play 10U AAA, that's where we're going to be. The record's meaningless. I just want to keep pushing them.
So that's how the communication, that's what me and Dave communicate. I mean, we reach out to teams. Hey, you know what? I mean, sometimes you get caught up in the letter classifications. You can put that aside and say, hey, we think this will be a better fit for you. I mean, there may be one major team in a certain age division that reason why a lot of AAA teams want to be AA because they don't want to play that team. But we try to put everybody together where it be a good environment, good competition all the way through. So
Absolutely.
But it usually happens that way. But
luckily this year with Klutch, he has 2 more 10U teams. So you have a couple AAA teams, a major team in-house. We're going to get to see exactly how competitive we are. I can think whatever I want, but you ask me, we're ready to go 10U AAA right now, but that's probably not reality. We'll keep going up, and we've got some double headers scheduled with some good older teams, and I'm confident. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that's great, man. That's
and once again too, I mean, just Dave, myself, I mean, there's other places to play. We appreciate your business and the entire Klutch program, and hopefully, but we think we put a pretty good product out there for everybody. So
Absolutely.
You guys want to come get the Klutch, you know where to go. Game 7.
Right, for sure.
Right.
You go where the competition is. Everybody in the community knows this is where you go to get the best competition.
Well, before we let you go, brother, we have some parting gifts. One, we apologize. We have a special Game 7 National Points Championship banner. Actually, 2 of them. One that you could take with you at your different, if you choose to, on the road with you wherever, and then one to hang up in your facility or whatever you wanted to do with it. And let me see here. Let's see if I can reach back without falling out of my chair here.
I thought you were reaching in your wallet.
No, he made me
that's
do
tomorrow.
That.
That's,
He made me do that.
This is from Dick's Sporting Goods. We teamed up with Dick's last year. This is a $250 gift card.
Awesome.
Spin it however you want. Go out and get you some new tank tops or something.
I
Show your guns
new
off.
tank tops.
fully sleeveless.
Or do what you want with it.
Appreciate it.
I think baseballs are better.
These are pretty cool. We had
Oh,
special made up for
man.
you guys, man.
That's
Check them
awesome.
out.
I could see the Klutch. I was like, what do
Yep.
you got?
And we got some for the
that's
coaches too.
You got to throw that up in the
We got you a triple X, you big boy you are. You cut the sleeves out of yours,
I figured you would get it already made like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They'll love it.
Yep.
And then, like I said, with this, we'll get those banners over to you right away. And I said there's one for each coach and then one for each player on your team. And Man, I can't, like Dave said, we thoroughly appreciate you and congratulations.
Thank you.
You represented not only the Klutch well, St. Louis when you traveled out of town. So we appreciate you and look forward to seeing you back this year in next year in 2022.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
up the good work, kids, and who knows, we may be sitting right back here this time.
Bigger and better things. We're just going to build on it every year with awards and different things.
That's what I was just thinking. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I'm bigger.
Guys, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Thanks for everything. Game 7 Baseball. Game7baseball.com is why we've been partnered with these guys since 2017. Love our relationship with them. We love coming out to the ballpark and talking to the kids because that's what it's about. It's about having fun. So, congrats, Corey.
Thank you.
Good luck to
Appreciate
you.
it. It was a great
And,
year.
we look forward to seeing you at the ballpark, bud.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Everybody, have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, remember this is good advice here. Keep throwing strikes, right?
That's what it's all about.
And you hitters, I always get the kids mixed. I ask the kids, do they really know this old saying? And everybody goes, "Chicks dig the long ball." I'm like, no, guys, hit them where they ain't. They're like, I never heard of that, but it's still good advice. Hit them where they ain't. We'll see you next time.